Hello and welcome to day 5 of our 8 days of arm balances journey. Today is all about strong shoulders. So today we're focusing more on the foundations of our arm balances once again, really working with this line from the hands up through the upper back and specifically bringing a lot of awareness into the shoulders. So we'll be strengthening, we'll be stretching, we'll be getting ready for the more kind of complex arm balances in the days to come. So let's get into it. When you're ready, let's start in a seated position. So settle yourself into a nice comfy seat, rooting down through your hips, lifting tall through your spine. For now, letting your arms rest down by your sides. And if it feels safe and comfortable for you, you can close your eyes. Giving yourself a few moments to settle into stillness. Take a few really slow, intentional breaths to drop into your body and become present for this practice today. Noticing how you feel in your body, in your mind, in your heart. Noticing what you've brought with you onto the mat today. And perhaps deciding what you'd like to leave off of your mat today. This is your time to really be with yourself, to get to know your body, to nourish yourself, to challenge yourself. This is your time for you. So all together here, let's take an inhale through the nose. Open your mouth, sigh it out. And as you're ready, gently dropping your chin towards your chest and rolling your right ear over towards your right shoulder. Slowly moving your chin back through center and moving left ear to left shoulder. Continuing on in this way, side to side. Taking your time as you move through your neck here, feeling that stretch. And gradually bringing your chin back to center, lifting your gaze once again, looking straight forward, and starting to move now through the shoulders as you inhale your shoulders to your ears, and exhale, roll back and down. Doing that a couple more times, bringing the shoulders up, back, and down. Beautiful. Noticing any sensations you find as you do this, any snap, crackle, pops you may need to get out. Awesome. And then when you're ready, we're going to take that movement down into the wrist. So settling through the shoulders, picking your hands away from your legs, and starting to circle here. So as you circle through the wrist, it might feel good to spread the fingers wide for a little bit, maybe curl the fingers into fists for a little bit, and see if you can circle in both directions, see how that feels. Beautiful. And shake that out, let the fingers be loose as you shake through the hands, shake through the arms, let it go. Awesome. As you're ready, coming forward onto hands and knees, let's find our tabletop position. Stacking your hands underneath the shoulders here, spreading your fingers nice and wide as you root through the L's of your hands. Now finding your nice flat back here, gaze is slightly forward so the spine is long. We're going to keep everything as it is. We're just going to move through the shoulder blades. So really small, subtle movement here. As you inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades towards one another so you feel the slight drop of the chest. Then as you exhale, draw your shoulder blades apart so you feel this puff of the upper back. Again, inhale, pinching the shoulder blades together. And as you exhale, pulling your shoulder blades apart. These are scapular push-ups, so let's keep that going. Again, just moving through the shoulder blades as you inhale to squeeze them together and exhale to pull them apart. all the while pushing through your hands, keeping the core strong and keeping your spine long. Really feeling this strengthening through the upper back and this awareness of the mobility of your shoulder blades. Awesome. Let's do one more. Inhaling to squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale to pull your shoulder blades apart. And then bring your big toes together. Take an inhale, draw your shoulder blades together. Let the tailbone lift, adding that pelvic tilt we practiced on day one. As you exhale, pull the shoulder blades apart, tuck the tail under, and then sit your hips back towards your heels. Let's do that again. Inhaling forward, finding your cow pose. Exhale, round into your cat and sit back towards your child's pose. 3 more times. Inhale, forward, shoulder blades draw together, lift the heart. Exhale, shoulder blades apart, tuck the tail, and sit back towards your heels. Follow your breath. Inhale, forward. Exhale, rounding back. One more round. Inhale. And exhale. This time as you sit back towards your heels, stay there. Let your chest start to melt down as well, bringing your forehead towards the mat, reaching your arms forward. Please turn your palms towards one another. Bring your hands together in a prayer shape. Upper arms will come in towards your ears. Elbows will push down into the floor. Bend through the elbows so that your fingers point up towards the sky. And then kind of rest on the triceps here. So coming on to not the tip of the elbow, but kind of the upper part of the elbow, the upper arm. And then maybe the fingers stay pointing up, or maybe you drop your hands all the way back behind your head. Feeling into that stretch through the upper arms, underneath the armpits, all the way to the upper back. We'll stay for 3 more rounds of breath here, letting your body get heavy. And all together, let's take one more breath in here and breath out. Releasing your arms, palms come back to the mat. With your inhale, slowly rising up through hands and knees. As you exhale, tuck your toes behind you. Send your hips back. Let's come into downward facing dog. Take a moment if it feels nice to pedal through your heels, bending one knee then the other. Feeling that sensation through the backs of the legs as you lift your hips high. As always, our foundations here, pushing through the fingertips, lifting up through the armpits, feeling that length all the way up through the spine to the tail. Let's take another inhale right here. And exhale. Now inhale, shifting forward into your plank, shoulders stacking over your wrists, nice and long through the body. Let's take another inhale to rock forward to the tippy toes. As you exhale, elbows hug close, lower all the way to your belly. Untuck the toes, push the tops of your feet down. Keep the elbows hugging in. Inhale, roll your shoulders back as you lift your chest for a little baby cobra. Exhale as you float your forehead down. Now, tucking your toes, pushing through your palms, anchoring down through the knees. Take an inhale, push up through a kneeling plank. As you exhale, hips towards your heels, child's pose, but with the toes tucked under. Feel that stretch for the feet. Take a breath in and breath out. All right, inhale, shift forward to your plank once again, nice and strong through the entire body. As you exhale, lower down to your belly. Inhale for that baby cobra. Feel that lift through the upper back. Exhale, forehead meets the mat. Tuck your toes, push up with an inhale, nice strong arms. Exhale, hips towards your heels. Inhale, shifting forward to your plank. Once again, let's keep this flow going. Exhale, lower to your belly, nice chaturanga arms. Inhale for that baby cobra. And exhale to lower down. This time as you tuck your toes, lift your navel. Maybe keep the knees lifted as you inhale, push up through your plank. Oh yeah, exhale, drop the knees, sit your hips back. Feel that stretch. Take an inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, shift forward to your plank one more time here. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Inhale for that baby cobra. And exhale to release down. Inhale again, baby cobra. Exhale, release the chest. One more like that. Inhale, baby cobra. This time, hold it here. Push down through the tops of your feet and lift your hands to hover. Feel the elbows hugging in and back, shoulder blades squeezing together. Take another full breath in and use your breath out to gently release. Bring yourself down. Beautiful. Stretch your left arm out to your side in this kind of half T shape. Right hand stays planted right underneath your right shoulder. Pushing down through that left arm, slowly start to roll yourself onto the left side of your body, feeling that stretch through the left shoulder and the left side of your chest. Now you decide how far you want to roll into this, making sure there's no pain, no pulling, no pinching in that left shoulder. So maybe that right knee stays in front of you as a nice little kickstand. Maybe your legs stack, or perhaps you drop those right toes back behind you. All the while, that left hand is pushing down, and that left side of the head, that left ear is relaxed towards the floor. Now, if your head is not touching the floor, great place to grab a blanket or a pillow and slide it underneath your ear. Let's stay in this stretch for another 3 rounds of breath. Knowing you are always in control of how intense the sensation is here. So if you need less, roll out of it slightly. If you need more, roll deeper into it. Now let's take another inhale here. With your exhale, as slow as you can go, roll yourself back onto your belly. Really take your time with this. Eventually coming back onto your stomach. Drawing that left hand in, placing it by your left shoulder. And now your right arm will come out to a T. Now, if you don't have a lot of space where you're practicing, you can also do this with the elbow bent, which I'll demonstrate on this side. Pushing the right hand down, slowly start to roll over onto that right side of your body. Bringing that front leg either in front of you, on top of the right leg, or back behind you. Your choice, knowing that this side is going to feel a little bit different than the other side. Really stretching open through that right shoulder and right side chest. Remember, we don't want pain here. We don't want pinching, burning, any of that going on. We just want a nice, sweet stretch. Go to that place of sensation for you. And then let your breath do the rest. Let your breath really create that space. We'll stay on this side for another full breath in. Complete breath out. Inhaling here And as you exhale, taking your time to roll out, coming back onto your belly. Beautiful. As you come back onto your stomach, draw that right hand in next to your chest. And then bring your forearms to the floor in front of you, lifting your chest up, stacking your shoulders over your elbows, and coming into your Sphinx pose. So another stretch here to open the chest, the fronts of the shoulders, pushing down and pulling back with the arms so you really feel that lift of the chest. Now, if you start to feel this dumping into your low back, really get active through the legs, pushing down, squeezing through the lower glutes, and then find a little bit of core support, navel to spine as you do that. Beautiful. While you're here, might feel nice to kind of move the head around a little bit, stretch through the neck. Maybe looking back over your shoulder and then the other shoulder. Just exploring what sensations you can find here that feel good. Let's take another breath in here and breath out. Lovely. From here, arms are going to stay the same. Let's begin to tuck the toes and really actively hug your belly button back towards your spine. Use that hugging in to start to lift your pelvis away from the floor. So now you're in this kneeling plank position. Look right between your thumbs as you push down through your arms. And when you're ready, start to lift your knees up off the floor. Beautiful. Keep hugging in through the navel, feeling your entire body so strong in this shape. Pushing down, drawing the shoulder blades apart as you feel the strength, the stability in your shoulders. Now take an inhale here. As you exhale, start to push your hips back like you're going to come into downward facing dog. But walk your feet in a little bit closer to your arms until you feel stable in your dolphin pose. Continuing to push through the arms. Feel that strength through the shoulders, that lift through the armpits. And maybe the knees are bent here, maybe not. That's up to you, whatever feels good. Keeping yourself strong, supported, and breathing here. Let's take another inhale. As you exhale, walk your feet back to that forearm plank one more time. You can do it. Just one more inhale here. Keep pushing through the arms. Exhale, lightly land your knees, big toes together. Sit your hips to your heels, child's pose. As you sit back, let your arms sweep behind you. Backs of your hands resting either on the floor or on your low back. Come back to your breath here. Letting yourself rest for a moment, enjoying this sweet pause. And when you're ready, begin to walk your arms out in front of you once again, stretching fingertips towards the top of your mat. Lifting your palms off the floor, come up onto your fingertips, feel that stretch under the armpits. And then walking your hands over to the right side of your mat. Feel that stretch through the left side of your waist. Take a full breath in. And complete breath out. Inhaling your arms, walk back through center all the way over to that left edge of your mat. Feeling into that stretch on the right side as you inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Inhaling your arms back through center. Letting your palms drop towards the mat as you exhale. Next inhale brings you up through hands and knees, tucking your toes behind you so that you can exhale and lift your hips, finding your downward facing dog. Beautifully done. Now, as you inhale, think about lifting your heels up off of the floor. With your exhale, bring a little bend into your knees and push your hips back. Again, inhale, think light on the balls of your feet. Exhale, hug your navel to your spine. Now really push through your palms. We're going to keep pushing through the hands this entire time. Arms are going to stay straight as much as you can. Now staying on your tippy toes here, slowly start to walk your legs forward, keeping the knees just a little bit bent, staying high on the balls of the feet, keeping your hips lifted. Pushing through your hands the entire time, walking your feet all the way up until that moment where you want to drop the feet down, bend the knees, and fold forward over your legs. Gorgeous. Take a gentle sway side to side if that feels good. Little release for the low back. And bending your knees deeply here. Turn your hands so that your palms face up and your fingers point back towards you. And then lift your feet, slide your hands underneath your feet until your toes meet that crease of your wrists. Keep bending into the knees as you gently push into the hands, relaxing the upper body as you feel that stretch for the wrists. Might even feel nice to kind of shift your weight around and feel a gentle massage into your palms. And let's take another inhale like this. And exhale. When you're ready, gently releasing your hands out from under your feet. And let's heel toe our feet nice and wide apart. Right foot to the right, left foot to the left. Turning your toes out, turning your heels in. Let's bend the knees, drop the hips, and come all the way down into our malasana, our yogi squat. So as you drop the hips down, perhaps today you would like to sit on a block. Maybe you'd like to place a blanket under your heels. Whatever feels really nice for your body today, go ahead and find that here. Taking just a moment to take some pressure off of the hands, off of the shoulders, and feel into the hips for a moment. So lifting your chest up nice and proud here. Pressing arms into legs, legs into arms. And let's take another inhale here. And stay for the exhale. Lovely. Using your hands for help, bring yourself down onto your bum. Bringing your feet out in front of you, firmly planted about hips width distance apart. Arms come back behind you, fingers pointing forward or out, depending on your wrists. As you inhale, roll your shoulders back. As you exhale, push down to lift up, rising your hips for reverse table. Keeping the knees in line with the toes, pushing through the balls of the feet, and lifting through the hips. Take another inhale here. As you exhale, slowly lower down, bringing your hips back so that they land between your hands. Lovely, lengthening your legs out in front of you, toes to the sky, hands pushing into the earth. Sitting up nice and tall in our staff pose. Active, active, active here, really pushing down, hugging the navel in, lifting the spine a little bit taller. Let's take another inhale. As you exhale, release that effort. Shake out the legs, shake out the arms, let it go. Well done. When you're ready, start to bend the knees, plant the soles of the feet once again. This time we're going to slide that right heel under the left leg, coming in to meet your left glute. Then left foot will cross over top of your right thigh, setting up for our half Lord of the Fishes shape. So rooting down through your hip bones, through that left foot. Let's inhale to sit nice and tall. With your exhale, take your twist, turning to that left edge of your mat. Reaching the left fingertips back, really spreading across the chest and lifting your spine up nice and tall. Feeling that sweet release through the spine as you take another inhale here. And exhale to gently unwind back through center. Now that right leg is going to stay as it is. Left foot is going to keep walking towards that right edge of your mat until your knees just about stack one on top of the other. So from the front, it's going to look a little bit like this with the legs stacked. Awesome. Now for today, you might stay right here, already starting to feel that sensation in the outer left hip. If you would like to go a little bit deeper here, we're gonna add the arms. So as you inhale, that right arm will reach for the sky. With your exhale, bend your right elbow and bring your right hand in between your shoulder blades. Left hand can come to the right elbow, adding a little extra stretch into that shoulder. So from the back, it's gonna look a little something like this. Now, you can stay just right here, or that left arm can reach out to the side, palm facing behind you, bending the left elbow and bringing your fingertips up to meet the right hand. Maybe the fingertips touch, maybe you hold on to your shirt, or maybe you have a strap that you can hold in between your hands. Just adding a little bit of an extra stretch there for the shoulders and for the triceps. So again, you can stay right here, seated upright with the legs crossed, the arms in this funky stretch, or you can add a fold. So inhaling to sit tall, exhaling to bring the chest forward any amount. Wherever you choose to be, keep breathing. Find that place that feels right for you today, and let your breath take you deeper. We have one more inhale all together here. And exhale. As you inhale, slowly rise out of that fold if you had it. With your exhale, unwind your arms. Maybe roll the shoulders, shake it out a little bit. Awesome. And then rock back, uncross the legs, and switch sides. So now drawing that left heel in towards your right glute, planting your right foot onto the ground. Sitting up nice and tall as you take an inhale here. With your exhale, turning your chest to face that right knee. Rooting down through your hips, gently drawing your navel to your spine. And feeling how this twist comes from your rib cage. So we're not pushing this twist into the lower back. We're really finding this mobility through that thoracic spine, that mid back. So enjoying this twist here, feeling that release as we take another inhale. Use your exhale to unwind, bring yourself back through center. Lovely. Walking your right foot nice and wide until your legs come to stack one on top of the other, settling into your hips to feel that stretch. Now, if this is feeling crunchy for your knees, for your hips today, you always have the option to sit up onto a prop like a block or a blanket. That's going to give you a little bit more space to fold up the legs. So that is option one, sitting with the legs crossed. Option two is to add your arms. So inhaling left arm to the sky. As you exhale, bend your elbow, hand finds your upper back. Right hand to your left elbow as you gently pull to find that stretch. Now before we go any farther, notice if your rib cage starts to pop forward, if you start to arch your back. If that's the case, see if you can bring everything back together, stacking your spine once again. Beautiful. Now, if you'd like to add on from here, right arm comes back behind you, palm facing back, bending your elbow, bringing your fingertips up to meet your left hand. Maybe the fingers meet and they can kind of grasp onto each other. Maybe you can pull on your shirt or pull on a strap, something to keep your hands comfortably connected. Lovely. Now again, option to stay right here, seated nice and tall, or add your forward fold by inhaling here and exhaling to bow forward over that right knee. Keeping your hips heavy, your sits bones connected to the mat or to your prop. And reaching forward through the chest, looking past the knees as you fold here. Just about 3 more rounds of breath wherever you are. Now, if you're in that fold, please take your next inhale to rise up slowly. Use your exhale to release your arms. Roll it out, shake it out, whatever feels good. And then rocking back to uncross your legs. This time bringing your feet to the floor in front of you and taking this windshield wiper action side to side, moving through the hips. Beautiful. When the time feels right for you, we'll meet back in a nice comfortable seated position, just like we started our practice today. So I'll meet you there in Sukhasana, easy seat, lifting tall through the spine, closing your eyes or softening your gaze. If it feels right for you, you can bring your hands together in a prayer in front of your heart as a show of gratitude. This gesture to thank yourself for showing up to your mat today. To thank your breath for guiding you through this practice. To thank your body for all that you're capable of. And to thank your yoga for all that it has to offer on and off the mat. And I thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. The light in me recognizes and honors the light in you. Namaste.